Hi, you're very welcome to our information session on Business Administration and Finance courses within Donegal Etb's VET service. We have a range of courses available and we're going to look at some of the most common questions around those courses today. We have full-time, part-time, evening and online opportunities. 95% of the courses available through Donegal Etb are free. Many attract a training allowance or a payment, and if you have any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us after this session. Thank you. So I'd like to introduce our panel today. We have Michelle O'Reilly, who's a PLC coordinator and teacher in Errigal College in Letterkenny, Pauline Doherty, who's a teacher in our Milford Further Education and Training Centre, and Elena Gill, who is an adult guidance counsellor with Donegal Etb's Adult Guidance and Information Service. So I suppose really I'd just like to begin perhaps with yourself, Elena, with a common question that comes into us in guidance, and that might be, look, I'd really like to work in an office. What kind of job or what kind of skills would I need to do that?
Yeah, you're right, Deirdre. That's a very common question that we would get asked. And I suppose the first thing we would do is look at your skills and your experience and your qualifications that you already have. And if there's any gaps present, we'd maybe put a plan in place then to fill those gaps. As you said, we offer courses full-time, part-time, and online that will help you secure your dream job in an office environment. And I think the important thing to do is maybe talk to an adult guidance counsellor who can help assess what options are available for you.
Pauline, have you anything to add to that?
Yeah, there are lots of course options available. They include IT, office productivity, business administration, digital marketing, accounting technician, manual and computerized accounts, bookkeeping, and there's lots of computer courses. For example, ICDL, it's the International Computer Driver's License. It's a digital skills program where we look at various computer modules, for example, word processing, spreadsheets, database, presentation, online essentials, computer essentials, and online collaboration. And what the ICDL does, it provides you with skills that will boost your productivity, and this is especially relevant in an office environment. It will provide you with the skills to be more confident in using software and online tools, thus becoming a more productive employee.
So there's a real wide range of opportunities there, from that kind of ICDL so that you can use every system, right through to specialist knowledge and numbers and finance and right up to accountant technician. Pauline, I wonder if I could ask you just again a common query that comes up for us, which is perhaps people looking to return to the workforce who worked in an office environment many years ago, perhaps took some time out to have a family and are now looking to re-engage with employment and would like to work back in an office again. They maybe need those IT or computer skills developed. What would you suggest they should do?
Well, we will first ask them some questions about their knowledge and confidence to help them to decide what level they're at in terms of their computer skills. And then it may be advisable to take a course to help develop those skills before either entering the job market again or pursuing a business course. So this will help not only upskill you, but it will also look good in your CV and help build your confidence. We have computer courses available full-time, part-time and online. And very often our class sizes are small and we provide a very welcoming environment. And often we will get students coming to us and doing a basic computer course and then progressing on to a higher level course.
So there's a really clearly defined pathway there for somebody who did want to maybe return to the workforce and needs to bring their skills from quite basic up to maybe more advanced.
Exactly, yeah.
That's excellent. Thank you very much, Pauline. Alina, I wonder if you could maybe share your thoughts on perhaps somebody who left school early and is interested in maybe finding work within a business administration or finance type environment. Would you have any suggestions for them?
Yeah, well, I think what's important to note is that you don't need formal qualifications in order to take part in many of our full-time and part-time options. We have options available from level 1 to level 6 on the National Framework of Qualification, providing the opportunity for people to develop basic IT skills to the likes of ICTL, to business courses at level 5. And some of the courses at level 5, give that additional opportunity to undertake modules in the likes of accounting, manual computerized accounts, financial services, legal, medical administration, and programming. And all the level 5 options will also, give you the possibility of entering, employment at entry level, in a range of different businesses. And if you had a particular flair or interest in numbers, you could further, develop that with the ATI accounting technician course, opening the door to a whole variety of professional careers. And I think another thing to note too is that, level 5 courses can gain you entry to higher education.
It's okay if you haven't left school with any formal qualifications, you can come back in and pick those up with us.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll look at where you're at, and you can start at a level and work your way up.
Pauline, back to yourself. I'm just wondering, occasionally someone will ring and they'll say, look, my partner has a business and I'd really like to support them in the business, and I need some skills to be able to do that. Would Donegal ETB have any courses that might help someone in that situation?
Yeah, of course, there are lots of courses available. Through our part-time provision, we offer daytime and evening courses in manual and computerized accounts and bookkeeping. The level 4 bookkeeping will look at the basics of bookkeeping, and the level 5 will introduce the student to computerized accounts. But we have various courses that would be very beneficial to any business owner. Some examples of these would be social media training, digital marketing, website development, and there's also online options available through Fetch Courses and eCollege.
So that's a really comprehensive spread. It's not just the finance stuff, there's social media, web design there as well. Michelle, I'm going to move on to yourself and maybe ask if you're a young person out there who's completing Leaving Certificate or completing Leaving Certificate Applied and would like to maybe pursue business as a career. Are there any good course options with Donegal ETB?
Post-Leaving Cert courses are a good option. PLC courses are 1 year full-time intensive courses. They can prepare the learner for entry to employment or for entry to further studies. PLCs are an ideal stepping stone for the Leaving Cert or the Leaving Cert applied student who would like to maybe experience a vocational area for a year, or for the student who did not get the points that they had hoped to achieve in their Leaving Cert for progression. Successful students can progress to institutes of technology or to universities through the Higher Education Links scheme, using their QQI major award as an alternative route. Work experience is also very much part of the PLC programmes. Work experience can be obtained in the local community, or there are also opportunities to travel abroad to do work experience through the Erasmus programme. There are a wide variety of QQI Level 5 courses available across the FET services, including business administration and finance. Apprenticeships are also an option. Apprenticeships are available in insurance, logistics and finance. Apprenticeships combine learning with education and training in a setting, with work-based learning in a company. And it's also important to note that apprenticeships lead to nationally recognised qualifications also.
I think that's amazing that there are so many opportunities out there progressing on from a PLC programme. So whether you're Leaving Cert Applied student or a Leaving Cert student who maybe didn't get the points you want, to someone who wants to maybe take a pause before progressing on, maybe into higher education, and wants to develop skills further or develop your readiness for the workforce, there's really something there for everybody, isn't there?
There are great options available, absolutely.
And Michelle, just maybe taking a lead on from that, you alluded to it a wee bit there earlier. What are the progression options into higher education from PLC?
Well, I suppose really it depends on the course, that the graduate has achieved. They can use their QQI Level 5 or indeed their QQI Level 6 results, and they can apply to CAO under the Higher Education Links scheme. There are options also available through CAO for the mature student. Although I would advise for a mature student that they would check out the higher education institutes and check out the CAO handbook, just to make sure that they're following all the guidelines that are necessary before they make their application. Mature students need to be 23 on the 1st of January of the year of entry of their application.
So it sounds like, again, there are many opportunities to progress to higher education, but maybe a bit of research is needed just to make sure that you're applying for the right type of course and just to make sure that all those eligibility criteria are fulfilled.
Absolutely. There's a lot of guidelines, and I think it's up to the applicant to make sure that they have, read all their options and to know that they're on the right path.
So Pauline, if I can come back to you, just I suppose on the other side of that, we will have clients come see us who have been at college and maybe it hasn't worked out for them, or who have completed their degree and are still really struggling to find work. Do you think if they were to consider a business administration or finance course with Donegal ETB, that might be of benefit to them finding employment?
Yes, of course. Donegal ETB's FET service design their courses in consultation with local industry and employers to meet the needs of the labour market locally. and many of our past students have been successful in getting employment upon completion of their course. And our courses will equip you with the knowledge, the skills, the competencies and the qualifications relevant to that level and area. And where there's work placement built into the course, you will also gain relevant industry experience as well as building your confidence. So think on work placement as a long interview. It gives the employer the opportunity to see what you can bring to their organisation while you're there on work placement, and they can also see if you would make a good fit within their existing team. And if you impress while on work placement, there's always a possibility that you would be offered a position within the company. Many of our courses will prepare you and support you for the world of work, and it is really important to us that our students gain the confidence to succeed as well as the qualifications.
That's actually very reassuring to know that not only are the courses on offer designed with employment in mind and to meet the needs of local employers, but it's also much wider than that. It's about developing confidence and competence to feel like you can go and do these positions once they open up.
Exactly, yeah.
Thank you very much, Pauline. That's great. Alina, I wonder if I could maybe bring it back to you and ask a question around if someone wanted to start their own business and maybe had an idea, are there any opportunities within Donegal Etb to support that dream?
Well, yes, indeed, Deirdre, there are a number of options that could give you the skills and the confidence to start your own business. And we offer full-time PLCs, traineeships and other further education and training options in the likes of business studies and business administration. And modules within them include the likes of accounting and marketing. And there's also loads of options available through our evening provision. And again, a couple just that jumps to mind in relation to starting your own business be the likes of bookkeeping, manual computerised accounts. There's leadership and management qualifications as well. And then you've also got the online options through Fetch courses and eCollege. And again, you know, you've got the likes of start your own business courses. There's social media skills and things like that. Yeah, so I suppose to summarise, there are options available. It really does depend on the person's individual circumstances and the time they have available, what option is the best fit for them. And again, speak to a member of our staff, one of the idle guidance counsellors to support you move forward.
That's fantastic. I didn't realise there were so many opportunities available, Alina. Thank you very much. Alina, I wonder if I could ask you about people who are currently in full-time employment and may want to maybe reskill for a new area of work or upskill for the position that they're in the area of kind of business administration or finance. What opportunities might they have?
Yes, indeed, Deirdre, it is. It's very difficult to think about doing a course when you work full-time, but there are options available. The recent government initiative, Skills to Advance, could be a really good option, and what that does is aims to equip employees with the skills to progress in their current employment or to take advantage of new job opportunities. And there are Skills to Advance options through our evening provision. And there's a variety of options available, and I think they've been already alluded to, you know, so I'll not list them all again, you know, but if you want more information, you know where to come. And there's also the online options available through Fetch courses and eCollege, because that's really accessible for people who are working full time, because you can do it in your own time. And another option that maybe possibly could be an option depending on your area of work and area of expertise could be RPL. And RPL stands for Recognition of Prior Learning. And what that is a process really, you know, to evaluate the skills and knowledge that you've gained, you know, in life outside of formal education and training. So that could be a really opportunity to kind of help boost confidence, you know, and help evaluate your learning that you've gained yourself.
So RPL sounds like a really exciting innovation, but you also do have the traditional maybe evening or online opportunities there as well.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Elena. I know that in the guidance service quite often we will come across many clients who find themselves in a redundancy situation. And, you know, I'm just thinking recently we would have had a client present who had over 15 years work experience in the finance industry. But it was quite a specific role they were in, and they were looking to maybe get skills and competencies that would take them into a more generalised role. For people who are in a redundancy situation or maybe need to think about a new direction, what would you suggest in the area of kind of business administration, finance?
Yeah, it's a difficult time for people when they've been made redundant, you know, and I think what would be really important to do is to sit down with an adult guidance counsellor, you know, and together you could look at all the options and explore the options together, because there are options available. You know, it could be a case of upskilling in a particular area, Or you may decide to reskill in something completely different, which is an option as well, you know, and I think people don't realise that you can reskill in something completely different as an adult. So we offer a completely impartial and confidential service, you know, so rest assured that everything that you speak to us about will go no further, you know, so we welcome people to come and speak to us.
Pauline, I know in your teaching career you would have come across many people who found themselves in a redundancy type situation and had to really look at reskilling or upskilling. Would you have any advice?
Yeah, well, I've had lots of students that have upskilled and reskilled completely. I've recently had students in my class that have had successful careers as nurses and they just wanted to do something completely different. So they came to me and they studied IT and accounts and they absolutely loved it. And I've also had students that may have done a computer course years ago and they were in need of upskilling, and we provide the opportunities for them to do that. And part-time education suits a lot of people because they have other commitments going on in their life at the minute and just they might not be able to undertake a full-time course.
So I'd just like to say thank you to my colleagues, Michelle O'Reilly, Pauline Doherty and Elena Gill, for sharing their insights into the most common questions asked on Donegal ETB's further education and training courses in the areas of business, administration and finance. If you'd like any further information, please don't hesitate to contact us on the website or on any of the numbers or emails available. Thank you very much.